Yeah.
Hey Tim, apologize for that. A coworker reached right at noon. They reached out, and I was trying to help them with some GitHub
Okay.
issues. So,
Yeah. Sure. What is your responsibility area or role there?
I'd say I'm sort of a mid-level developer helping the junior developers.
Okay.
Um, yeah.
What are the
Uh,
main projects that you guys are working on?
Um, gosh, we're moving an old code base, so that's the main thing. But Python, SQL Server, um, websites and end user websites. They used to do a lot of that with contractors, so we had to change the contractors code. We're standardizing on Python. We're standardizing on. I'm helping them learn Git, which is source control.
Hmm.
Um,
GitHub.
yeah, well, Git is yes, Git and GitHub. So that we are using GitHub, all private repos, but um, GitHub has issues too. I
Okay.
was just
Now, is this for helping to organize hockey leagues, youth hockey leagues? Is that the main thing?
yes, yes, and we actually partner with the NHL to learn hockey. So we partner with other associations, but yes, it's all the state rules, all the if you're dealing with teenagers, you have to take the safe sport training, all sorts of things like that. Yes.
Okay. So it's kind of basically it's about, I mean, you say like you're in, you guys are, it sounds like you're enabling giving tools for all different levels of hockey.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, but
Yeah.
that sounds like the primary users may be the adults.
The adults, the associations. So right now, for example, um, the old code base was written in VB and PHP. We're rewriting the member renewal form to be in Python as the backend instead, for
Hmm.
example. So, yeah, and the database is horrible. It is absolutely horrible. It is not well designed.
Hmm.
Tables are split when they shouldn't be, and then tables are not split when they should be.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
um,
So
that's
the types of users you have, it's anywhere from being the parent of a kid,
parent of the
the
kid.
kid.
Yeah, yeah. The parents, the coaches. Yeah, so you have an association with parents and coaches and volunteers and well, obviously, yeah, players, coaches, volunteers, referees.
Okay. Do
Those are the four
the
main.
kids have access, like
No,
individual access?
no,
Okay.
no, no, no. You always have to have an adult be doing this stuff. There are certain, and this is where it gets in it. Certain states allow kids to be coaches. Certain other states don't. So you have, a 16-year-old in Pennsylvania can be a coach, but in most other states they can't. So there's individual state rules too.
Hmm.
So you help the association in the state be set up, be registered, follow the state rules, follow the national rules, follow the
Hmm.
safe sport rules. Yeah.
So, and it's like it's something like the coaches probably use it to like um, schedule practices and games.
Yeah. Yeah. We try to make tools for that. There was one of the big ones is for 8 and 9 year olds. There was try hockey for free, and the association has to sign up for it, and then they upload their roster or whatever. Yeah, yeah, stuff like
Okay.
that.
And by the way, I just want to tell you, you probably saw it too, that I'm recording this.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you the AI notes on it, but
Okay.
also I'm gonna share this with Bren
Okay.
because I mean like all the language and things like that. you were talking, I know a little bit about.
Okay.
He's probably as deep as you, or maybe beyond that,
Yeah.
or
Well,
something like that
yeah. No.
about it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna like give it to him so he can on his own time learn
Uh-huh.
about you and what you're doing
Okay.
to kind of help introduce you guys to work with each other.
Yeah.
I think.
My big strength is logic.
Hmm.
That's my thing. Logic and organizing data structures and things like that when needed, you know.
Hmm.
So, but yeah, it's interesting.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I don't know if it's going to be applicable. Well, it depends on how Brent wants to do this. I'm also trying to get it so that when you change the code and you push it into GitHub,
Hmm.
it triggers a pipeline. And what a pipeline is like, okay, well, Python doesn't have compiling, but if you had a compiling step, it would compile it, and then it would push it to the server, and then it would restart the server, and then your website's updated with the latest code,
Okay.
kind of thing.
Yep.
I'm trying to help them with that also.
Okay. Because yeah, that's when I worked with Space Force in the military. Yeah, they talked about the continuous iteration cycle
Yeah,
to make it so that you can do updates very quickly for it and to automate that without bringing down the whole system or something like that.
right. Yes. We used to have a trophy in some of my old jobs where it's like, congratulations, you broke the build, you know,
Hmm.
which means that you didn't deploy.
Oh
So
yeah, it's like the
you
dunce
broke
cap.
it.
It's like the dunce cap in the school
Yeah.
classroom.
Yeah, no, it was actually a trophy, but it was like, yeah, it's sort of bad to have that trophy, but it's like, yeah,
Yes.
you know, but friendly ribbing, it's like, yeah, once you get past the, oh crap, it's broken, now
I
it's
mean, I
working
mean, I mean,
again.
I mean, this. I mean, I think this what you're talking about is like DevOps.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's actually the coders, because the coders could push, if the coder breaks the build, then yeah, and it makes it to test, kind of, the test level,
Hmm.
then that's the coder's fault, not the DevOps people, you know.
Okay.
So if your
So
code
this is an
breaks it,
area I know a little bit about,
yeah.
and in a way, I mean, yeah, I'm kind of cursory about it all, and I'm
Hmm.
not really totally interested in going deep on it.
Nope. I understand that. No, I was actually more interested. When do you want to start? When you want to meet? What's the schedule look like? Those are, and then if you're bringing Brent, yeah, I definitely want to talk to him so he gets a better idea of
Mhm.
who I am, what I can do.
Are you
So,
going to be at a point that you're going to be able to be stationary
do you want me to
to
turn
look
my
at something?
screen off? It's I haven't eaten today, and I feel like moving.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to show you something on the screen
Oh,
here.
yeah. No. I'm looking at my screen.
Okay.
I'm in my house. I'm not gonna run it. If I run into something, that's okay.
Oh, you're at your house. Okay.
Yes, I'm inside the house.
Okay.
So I see a bunch of
So,
stuff at the top there. I don't know what that is. Okay, there.
okay. Let me see. Okay.
I'm gonna see if I
Are
can
you,
rotate my screen here.
you turned sideways.
Yes, I have. Hang on here. Maybe this will fix it. Yeah, there we go.
Okay. So,
I want more space for your picture here.
I've done a few more iterations of it, and this is what I shared with Emmaus Journey on Monday.
Okay.
So I've changed some things around, and I showed them the concept,
Mm-hmm.
what they like, and what they so they like this concept, because eventually we'll see, and we'll work some things out here. Is like each organization that we engage with
Mm-hmm.
will have their own app.
Yeah.
And so like a first one is like this top one here, Emmaus
Yep.
Journey.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so they log into the app and then they'll get choices. I threw in there whether it's going to be an AI chat prompt to navigate the whole system. They want to build a new Bible study, or they want to go ahead and edit existing ones there.
Mm-hmm.
They build a new study there. You just ask them for a name and then the name of it. So it could be the date or whatever they want to call it. Then it brings them into this scripture stack canvas. And this is the part where I kind of had AI do a run on it for patents and copyrights.
Mm-hmm.
And this might be the concept that may be patentable
Okay.
or copyrightable or something like that. I'm working on filing provisional patent for it
Okay.
to start that process. But this is something too. It's like I want to keep this all really secret
Yep.
because if somebody sees this, someone else can develop it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so I want to make it so that we kind of keep it all secret until we go to market with it and publish it to the world. And I want to make it so good that people say, hey, I just want to buy it from you because that's cheaper than building it
Yep.
yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
also I want to lock up certain relationships and get like for instance, with the Bible, the content,
Mm-hmm.
the Bible stuff,
Mm-hmm.
I want to lock up relationships to get like an exclusive agreement that only in this format can we'll be the exclusive for delivering the Bible content in this format.
Okay.
So that
Yeah.
make it so someone else can't do it as easily
Right.
or something like that. And then we would just license them on it. So basically it goes to they can build their stack. What I added in here is the guide tool, which is basically going to be whoever the guide is for that ministry. In the case of Emmaus Journey, it's Rich Cleveland
Mm-hmm.
and his reflections on Sunday reading. So be all the things that they say based on whatever you want. It could be based on scripture or whatever it is, the format that ministry has.
Okay.
Still has like the two tools in there for picking scripture, either based on the version of the Bible or and then the book of the Bible, the chapter, the verse, whatever
Mm-hmm.
there, or the lectionary stuff, which is all based on date.
Mm-hmm.
What are the first readings, second readings, gospel readings for February 20th? They could pick all
Okay.
about that, float in there. And then they can also put in there, it's like freestyle graphics. So if there's a logo or something like that, or maybe a map to illustrate a point or something like that, they can put it in there for the study. Lines, which will only be printed for the journal version of it.
Ah, okay.
Web links. So like if people are looking at it online, they want to look on their phone on it, there could be things there they could go to another website or look at a video or something like that. Then just, and these are kind of like future things,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
saints, they want to pick out the saint of the day or a same particular thing. They'll deliver it with some content that they can put into the study for that.
Right. Okay.
And then they go to the preview stage so they can look at what these are going to look like in all these different formats, the HTML format, the different print formats, or even like a PowerPoint presentation.
Okay.
Then they can publish it, just right now, or they can schedule time. Hey, I'm preparing this Bible study for 2 weeks. So during the day of the study or the week of the study, that's when it's going to go out.
Okay.
Then I have a whole notification system for the leader to use to notify people via email, text, all these different ways they can inform people about the study they're doing.
Okay.
And whoever they're going to be notifying, that's all going to be in that organization's CRM.
Okay.
So they'll be able to have total control over their customers and users or whatever for it too.
Right. Yeah. So that's going to be an integration. It's like we point to their thing and push it to them.
Or whatever, however they want to build their
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
database or whatever.
Yeah.
That's something like because basically I'm thinking about a model of how to not initially charge for it, but
mm-hmm,
kind of think like an organization sees this, they like it. I think it basically having like an initial setup
mm-hmm,
cost. Hey, you like it? $1,000 to set you up.
yeah,
We'll build it all out to your specs,
mm-hmm,
your template and stuff like that. Integrate it with your CRM or whatever too, and then we'll charge you like $10 a liter a month.
okay,
That's one way I think about seeing this going.
all right,
So it makes it, some place like Holy Apostles,
mm-hmm,
this could be used by all the leaders in there, and Holy Apostles has whatever 30 or 40 leaders,
mm-hmm,
and this is something that would enable each of their leaders to do whatever they do,
mm-hmm,
but do it all in the Holy Apostles branding and style and ecosystem and things like that.
okay, yeah, all
So
right,
I'm seeing Emmaus Journey as being basically our first customer,
yeah,
and they're going to help us. Basically, they're going to help us build it according to their specs, what they
yep,
like.
yep,
And in the way I'm thinking about that gets into this next stage about um, how are they going to pay for it?
okay,
So I came up with kind of did some digging about how much it would take to do this with vibe coding and stuff like that.
mm-hmm,
And it came up with a number of like someone like me
mm-hmm,
who doesn't know all the intricate details, because I put in there like how to do it and started talking about, React and JSON and Python and all these different tools and stuff like that.
yeah,
That I just like know a little bit, but I just haven't really dive deep into it.
mm-hmm,
But I said that someone like me, it'd take probably like I could do a prototype in a weekend, and then like in like 2 or 3 weeks fully build it out.
uh-huh.
But then I'm thinking like someone like you, it'd probably be half that.
Well, yeah, my goal is always maintainability too. So, um,
Mhm.
yeah. So, but yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah,
So it's something like, and I just like thinking numbers. I'm working out the premise
uh-huh.
that my time, your time is worth $100 an hour.
Okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. You told me that.
And so I kind of reversed that out off that
Mm-hmm.
and came up with, I think it'd take you 60 hours
Okay.
to do it. It'll take me, so that means $6,000,
Yeah.
60 hours of your time. You get paid $6,000 for your time
Okay.
for it.
Mm-hmm.
Ultimately,
Yeah.
I would get paid $6,000 for it. I would be doing, like my role in it is basically being the lead sales guy, divisionary guy,
Mm-hmm.
helping build all these relationships, work on the design, doing all this like work out there with the people,
Uh-huh.
making all this happen.
Yeah.
And that'd be my part of it. And I also would be, it'd all be kind of in my name, and I set up the rights and stuff like that.
Yep. Yep.
I cover all, all some of the upfront costs and things like that, and help build out the organization to do this. Because ultimately, and also for, something in any kind of business relationship, I think relationships in general, it's always good to have at the beginning of the relationship, you also have a defined exit strategy,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
that it allows somebody to exit anytime for any
Mm-hmm.
reason,
Okay.
and both parties know what are the consequences of that.
Yeah.
It's like clear ahead of time. And so to always make it so that people can always just exit anytime,
Okay.
and the consequences of that. Hey, this isn't working out. Okay. Great doing business with you. Fine.
Yeah.
Just make it, this is a business thing, and don't even have to give reasons, but just treat it like a business thing and nothing personal. But so I'm trying to build it with like Emmaus Journey. I'm asking them what I showed to them. Like they originally, they came to me just asking me to redesign their journal,
Uh-huh.
their little 2 month journal. They do it every month.
Yeah.
It's like they asked, and they came up with a number of like, I think basically what we finally worked out was like it was like $500 to do the journal.
Okay.
And that's in their mind. But then I came to them, I came to them, and that's still on the table, and we working on the journal. But then I showed them this on Monday,
Mhm.
knowing I know they're thinking a $500 thing, but I told them too. I'm going to give you. I know you guys asked for me to give you a. You guys expect to pay for me giving you a fish,
Uh-huh.
but what I'm going to give you is a fishing boat with a crew
Mm-hmm.
for the price of a fishing rod.
Yeah. Okay.
And so this here what we're looking at is the fishing rod.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and they're $12,000 that I put in there, and I thought because I know they wouldn't be able to pay me $12,000 now.
Okay.
And I knew it was a big number.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I thought, but I did think, and I was right, but hey, they saw the potential for this,
Mm-hmm.
because it really would enable their, what they call uh, their Bible study leaders, their, what's the word? Not communicators, something else, but they're the people that lead the Bible studies.
Mm-hmm.
This really enabled them so much better than what they're doing now.
Yeah.
Kind of to see Frank doing,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it wouldn't be like, be able to have printouts there for the session instead of us like looking on our phones, something like that. It'd be books or something like that, dude, but also be notifications to email people, text people or something like that, and do all sorts of things to be there, but also help them be prepared and to put in their own thing. So like
Yeah.
Frank could go in there and build it, and he could put it as part of Holy Apostles to be a
Mm-hmm.
thing that's part of Holy Apostles, kind of Holy Apostles branded,
Mm-hmm.
but be the Emmaus Journey content for it there too. Because really the local churches, that's the local thing we want to get people to go to, is go to church, go to that parish
Mm-hmm.
for engagement. So they thought this was really cool. And they wanted, and so I put in there $12,000. Their payment wouldn't be all at once.
Okay.
Put it over 6 months, $2,000 a month.
Okay.
Okay. Then I put in there, since they don't know me, this is just an idea. They don't know who I am. I'm not very credible. I mean, they like me personally, and I've talked with them, and
Right.
they trust me and things like that. So I put in there like kind of milestones. I came up with like 6 milestones
Yep.
that when we reach those milestones, that I work with Emmaus Journey and stuff. We agree on what these milestones are,
Mm-hmm.
that we initially agree that when we meet this milestone,
Okay. Yeah.
that means a payment can happen,
Okay.
but not necessarily at that time.
Okay.
Meaning, like, if we start this venture and they say, cool, we like it, Tim. Okay. We want to go forward.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going, just to kind of make this tangible. I'm going to ask for like $1,000 up front.
Okay.
And then when we, and we'll start working on it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We start working on it, and and when we meet milestone 1, okay, basically they say, hey, Bob, I'm going to give you $1,000 now.
Mm-hmm.
And then in a month, we'll pay you the next $1,000, conditional on we've met milestone 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think we'll be able to hit milestone 1, which is just kind of the basic bare bones stuff,
Mm-hmm.
which is basically, I put in there, I mean, I work with you guys. It's basically just the text tools working.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
Okay.
easiest. Someone can just type in any piece of text, they'll put it in here, and then maybe publish it in a few of these formats.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like a very simple milestone, kind of proof of concept that we got. I think the initial workflow is in there. That's all I'm talking about for milestone 1.
Okay.
And then for so I think we could hit that in a week or 2.
Yeah.
And then milestone, then we, and to basically so even if we can accomplish that in milestone 1 in 2 weeks, we show it to them, they like it, they're still on schedule to pay us on the schedule we agreed to ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
So that, but we start working on milestone 2, which I talked about. Basically, we start loading in more scripture.
Okay.
That's kind of what gets into the first phase of the scripture stuff,
Mm-hmm.
that we start loading up, preparing all of the data for all the different we'd start with their version of the Bible that they use, that they're licensed for,
Mm-hmm.
the Rise Standard Second Catholic editions to, and all it allows them, basically that would allow them to pick any scripture in the Bible,
Okay.
and deliver it there. So we do that, we get that point, cool, milestone 2 is met, and that's all kind of independent of when they pay us.
Mm-hmm.
And then milestone 3, I have it getting down to picking out the date-based liturgical picker. But that's
Mm-hmm.
when we implement. There's the Ordo, which has a list of all the readings for the year.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like an index to what the readings are supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
And you can use any version of the Bible based on that. And who the
Okay.
saints say, but that's all getting that very date-based type thing that they only, they publish a new one for every liturgical year,
Mm-hmm.
forever and stuff like that. So that's like implementing that. And then milestone 4, leader notes and other things. I mean, I just kind of like slowly like implementing it, different features a little bit at a time.
Yep.
I want to talk with you and Bren about more about these milestones and other people, but these are just like starting points for milestones.
Mm-hmm.
So, basically if we can, the way I see it is that we could probably get through all these milestones very conservatively, considering that you and Bren or something like that, are working like 5 hours a week or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, it's once we have the basic structure, all these things make sense. Yeah. But my concern is the first basic structure is the first thing I want to build. Then I'm like, okay, now I can start putting, new modules in.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, that's something I want to more actively talk to you
Mm-hmm.
and Brent about, this stuff like that. Because maybe because that's so important,
Mm-hmm.
we milestone 1, we put it, instead of being 2 weeks, it's like, or at least, but we're going to share with them about how long it's going to take us
Mm-hmm.
is going to be totally different than what we tell them.
Okay.
It's like,
Right.
if anything, I'm going to tell them what I want to like officially tell them is something like double
Mm-hmm.
what we think we can do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm telling them, I think it's going to take us 6 months to do this.
Mm-hmm.
I want to deliver this though in 3 months.
Yeah.
Or if we agree we could do this in 3 months, that's
Yeah.
what we go for. And that gives us lots of room in case something unexpected happens.
Okay.
But also it gives us too, like if they suddenly decide for whatever reason, we don't have the money,
Mm-hmm.
or we don't like this, we don't like working with you, they can bail out at any milestone,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
anytime.
Okay. Okay.
So it gives them like an exit strategy.
Mm-hmm.
And then now I put in there now how, like I told you about, like the future model is that for someone to use this, it'd be like whatever $1,000 setup time, and then
Yeah. Subscription.
$100 a month or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, so what I'm asking for is a lot more than that.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I proposed in there is that for a way for them to actually get their money back.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say this all goes good and we hit milestone 6 in 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They like it. They start using it. I'm going to put in there, I plan on putting in there, basically they get like a 18th month exclusive license, or license, like $100 a month license to use it,
Uh-huh.
for unlimited use license
Mm-hmm.
for it too. And also now when we start, because at the point it's ready, we're going to be able to bring this to other organizations,
Right.
like Inferno, or
Mm-hmm.
I have there the Catholic military apostolate, or pretty much anyone that does a Bible study,
Right.
any organization. I mean, this is very, it's centered on groups that use the Bible.
Yeah.
Christian organizations use the Bible as their source, but we're going to be loading in all these different versions of the Bible and stuff like that into it, and start going to them and asking them for, money to start paying for it.
Mm-hmm.
And so that'll be our money to get back. And then I would give, and that's where like a percentage of that revenue
Mm-hmm.
to start generating from it
Mm-hmm.
would go to Emmaus Journey until they get paid back 2 times their initial investment.
Okay.
So I position this in a way just to make it so they can't say no.
Right. Okay.
And so it's just like, and so it was actually their reaction was, Tim, we want to hire you as an employee to develop this, so it'll all be ours. And and that's where I'm kind of like, I don't work well working for someone else. I mean,
Okay.
on project by project basis,
Mm-hmm.
being a full-time employee with someone,
Mm-hmm.
I've had 10, 15 full-time jobs for some people over the last
Okay.
15, 20 years.
Okay.
And 8 times, 80% of the time, it didn't work out.
Okay.
Like they decided, we don't want you, Tim. So I want to be in an environment that is just kind of like, I'm willing to work for people on a contract basis, kind of like this basis.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We also have to finalize things like that, but it gives me maximum flexibility about how I spend my time in
Okay.
details.
Okay.
because I want to get to the level that I am earning $100 an hour,
Mm-hmm.
40 hours a week.
So that's $100 an hour, 40 hours a week, $4,000 a week, $16,000 a
It's
month.
$200,000 a year.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, that's my goal. What do you
Okay.
think about that? Would you like that?
I would like you to get there. Yes.
Well, and I want you to get there too.
That's I would love to be at that level.
Okay.
Obviously.
But this is the
Yeah.
way I'm looking at achieving that.
Yeah. No,
it's not, I have a customer now, I'm a contractor.
Uh-huh.
They pay me $100 an hour.
Okay.
And I've been working for them for like 5 or 6 years. And some years I've gotten 600 hours of work out of them.
Okay.
Or 1,000 hours of work out of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some years, and some years it was like that. Most recently, they're just having me on to, their business direction has changed. They don't need me as much, but they're just kind of keeping me on maintenance mode.
Okay.
And just paying me for about 2 hours a week.
Okay.
Just to be on standby. And when a project comes up, I got to be ready. I got to turn it around like within 24 hours. And they'll pay me, usually they're like 4-hour projects, and they'll pay me for that.
Okay. Yeah.
So it doesn't. So I'm earning 2 hours a week just for being here, just for existing.
Okay.
And being ready. So I want to get into that mode that I am earning that kind of money.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't necessarily even require my attention.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so this venture of this project, I want to get to the point that basically I'm earning, I'm getting paid $500 a week for it.
Yeah.
That's part of the thing. 5 hours earning that. Doesn't matter if I'm working it or not.
Yes. Yes. I've been
because
trying
because that'll enable me to work on other things.
Yes.
To get whether it's personal things or whatever too. I want to slowly build up different, you might say, streams of income.
Yep.
A chunk at a time.
Mm-hmm.
That because I have about 5 or 6 customers now.
Yep.
That all have hourly rates.
Okay.
Or in a way too, it's like some of them want me to document the time and do it. Some of them it's just agreed. It's the equivalent of this much time. This much time you'll spend a week on it. This is what we're going to pay you on. But they're still paying me whether I spend the time or not. And every week they can just decide, hey, we don't think you're a good value anymore and drop it. Or I can say no too, but I work on making it, because actually me personally, I want my customer to feel that they know they're paying me $100 or whatever an hour, whatever they're paying me, even it doesn't matter how much they're paying me. But my time is worth more than $100 an hour to them.
Yeah.
So it makes it, they want to, I got to do everything I can to make it so that they feel that I'm worth $200 an hour.
Right. Yeah.
And so it makes it so they're willing and happy to pay me $100 an hour.
Yeah. Okay. No.
Now, and I may do things in some of the customers, ministries. Like I was trying to do things for Inferno. We're working out a contract with them.
Okay.
That I'm trying to make it so they feel that I'm worth $100 an hour,
Mm-hmm.
at least
Mm-hmm.
that.
Yep.
But I think effectively they're going to be paying me now like maybe $25 an hour.
Right. Okay.
I'm giving them the ministry account, and it's not for 40. It's not as an employee, but as a contractor. Hey, Tim, we don't need you. I mean, I think sometimes organizations are like that. Like, we have someone that's really good. We can't afford to pay them to do this all the time,
Right. Right.
to be full time, but
Right.
we'd like to have them for 5 hours a week
Right.
because
Yeah.
they're really good at this one thing
Yeah.
for us.
Okay.
So that's something I like to, in this relationship, help coach you
Yeah.
to reach that.
Yes. And my thing is, I've always been a full-time employee. I've
Mhm.
never done this stuff, but I feel like I need to learn this. So maybe I should be paying you to teach me this stuff.
Well,
but
maybe,
by
maybe
building,
there is a way.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, by
Indirectly,
building, yeah,
because
it,
no. Part of it is that probably doesn't make sense. That mathematically doesn't work out. It's like, I talked to you about, like, they're paying us at a different rate.
right,
Like if you do the cash balance, it doesn't kind of add up. There's going to be a real deficit in the beginning.
yeah, yeah,
Okay. But I want to pay you regularly.
okay,
Okay. So, I want to just say, hey, I want to say that, basically say, Neal, I'd like to pay you this $6,000,
uh-huh,
$500 a week for 6 months.
yeah,
Okay. I'm going to guarantee you that.
okay,
But that you'll, or actually, I'm going to phrase it this way. I mean, at the end, I want to make it say, for 6 months, I'm going to pay you $6,000. Okay.
right, yeah,
But I'm going to only, since you can see the cash flow problem here
mm-hmm.
with this.
Yeah,
So,
no,
I'll say this. I want to at least give you a guarantee
mm-hmm.
that I'll pay you half that each week,
Okay,
$250 a week.
I'm,
And as the money comes in,
yeah,
I'll pay you the other $250.
okay. The way I would say it though is, I don't want to get paid until I have the first milestone done.
Okay.
And that's just the way I feel. I think I have another job. I have another income coming in.
Okay.
I want to be in the trenches with you.
Yes.
It's better for me.
That's great. I respect
Yeah.
that.
Okay. Yeah. It's better for me to feel what it's really like instead of and I know, because as a normal employee they smooth everything out for you so you don't feel the pain, but then they let you go at the end because they're not making money. you know
Right.
I want
Right.
I
Oh, I've
want
experienced that so many times.
yeah, I want to I want to when the milestones are done and the money comes in, that's when I want to get paid.
Okay. So basically, it would be, and I'm only going to pay you half of that milestone.
Okay, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I'll pay you half of it because I'm going to have,
Yeah, because
I'm only going to probably have a half of that
and
anyways.
that's actually a better learning experience for me. It's like I want to see what is actually going on in the back end,
Mhm.
on the finance side. Um,
Yeah.
that's more important than me getting money up front, honestly.
Yeah. And so
It's
that's,
far more that's far more rewarding.
yeah. And so, and each milestone would be a negotiation point for us.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Well,
I'll say,
and
hey, if you meet this milestone, you know, I'm willing to offer to say, if you meet this milestone,
mhm.
I'm going to give you,
Well, no, let's do the accounting at that point. It's like
yeah,
this is the money we got from the milestone. Here's the money we had to pay out for the um, Bible subscriptions, you know, and this is how much we have left. I want to do the books with you. I think I
okay,
could learn from that. And then
yeah.
it's like, yeah, and then it's like you get your cut and I get my cut after
Well,
we pay
basically,
off
I
our
mean,
expenses.
and what you're talking about is the model of a business owner,
Uh-huh.
because that's the way businesses get paid.
Right. Right.
They don't get
Yeah.
paid hourly, to get paid on producing something.
Yeah. Yeah. That's that's yeah. I want to make something and I better make it first off.
Mhm.
So I want to hit the milestone and then let's do the business owner side of stuff. Let's
Yeah,
do it that way.
you know, basically, you know, we put in a contract that here's milestone 1. This
Uh-huh.
is what it means,
Yep.
and
Here's
there's a,
yeah.
there's no real. I mean, there might be a date on it or not. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't, but it's. I mean, maybe an outside date that's just like, you know,
We
like
better
we'll
have it
do,
done
you
by
know,
this. Yeah.
take what you think you could do it, and we'll like double it.
Uh-huh.
You know, like, you know, if you think, oh, I could do this in 2 weeks, okay, so so let's just say a month.
Yeah.
You know, like, but basically I'll be your customer,
Okay.
and I'll say, you know, so I'm just saying, you internally come up with what you think you could do it at, but
Yeah.
you want to manage my expectations,
Right. Right.
and
Yeah.
so you want to over deliver, you know. I'll say, hey, I'll pay you, you know, we'll just say for, you know, I'll pay you $2,000 for hitting milestone 1 in a month.
Uh-huh.
Okay, you think you could do it in 2 weeks, and then and then hey, and you come to me and say, hey, I'm ready 2 weeks. I go, okay,
Yeah.
uh, that's good. I'll pay you half now, because not until I get my customer pays me everything.
Right.
Well, I have the funds at the final project. You know, we just kind of, when my customer finally pays me, that's when I'll give you the balance
Uh-huh.
of it.
Yeah. Okay.
And then, but things too, once its initial whatever 1.0 version is built, basically we were able to launch it.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we switch into a model of the maintenance and growth.
Yeah.
You know, we decide, you know, like for instance, like, because after we do version 1.0 that has our first customer, we're going to have to come up with a system about onboarding new customers.
Yeah.
And then we also have to come up with a system of maintaining the system. And then we come up with a system for feature implementation.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where, and that's where we can kind of like, each of those things be something you get payment for.
Okay.
Achieving each of those things, and then, and part of it is, you know, we become kind of partners that have a vested interest in this to go,
Mm-hmm.
but it's all based on our performance. But also, we're taking a risk too by
Mm-hmm.
putting our energy and efforts into it, and then the and and we only get paid when a customer pays us.
Right.
That's the
Yeah.
part that, you know, that we agree, this is how it's going to go. This is the amount of risk we're doing of our energy and time
Mm-hmm.
into it, and then how performance, how we're going to share in the revenue
Mm-hmm.
based on this, who gets what, and then we just but also makes it too that, as we're just like, maybe something we're evaluating every month, every year. I mean, all different things about it there too.
Yeah.
I mean, ultimately, I will be now another thing I wanted to implement as part of this that's just really kind of come up with what I'm doing with Inferno and also things in my marriage
Okay.
was this idea. There's a, like in the military, wingman,
Mm-hmm.
basically there's a lead
Mm-hmm.
for the mission and then there's a wingman,
Mm-hmm.
supports them on everything. They know everything that's going on with the lead for
Yeah.
it. They can step in and take the place of the lead if the lead goes
Needs to-
out,
yeah. Yeah.
right? It's kind of
Uh-huh.
dramatic, but they have all the tools because they've been talking with the lead. They know all these things there too,
Mm-hmm.
but they could take over and step in. And so the same thing I'd like to implement in this organization
Okay.
that we're building there. And I think, and actually, I took it to another level about implementing this in marriage.
Okay.
And I changed. You said like the wingman's like related to like a fighter pilot, in
Co-pilot.
combat and war.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's a healthy way to have a marriage. So I changed it to a passenger jet
Uh-huh.
and a pilot co-pilot type
Yep.
analogy.
Yep. Because I'm trying to get my wife to understand, and it's from my family. It was my dad and my mom. My mom was the finance person, but every year my mom had my dad do the taxes so he knew where everything was.
Mhm.
You
Yeah,
know?
so I'm trying to do that. I mean, Chris and I have had some issues,
Yeah.
so I'm trying real hard to. I haven't. This is something I'm working on proposing to Chris.
Okay.
I think will address several things she said to me. But here's another picture. Family flight plan, I'm calling it.
Okay.
So like I'm here, you can see a little picture of me. Can you see that?
I have to zoom in a little bit here.
Let me zoom
Oh
in.
yeah, there's the veto button.
Yes.
uh
So I'm the lead, the
huh.
specialist, the primary guy. I'm
Yeah.
the one controlling the rudder, the stick, handling, and I'm focused on the future.
Mm-hmm.
Chris is the primary wingman, the
Okay.
co-pilot, the spouse.
Yeah.
She's a permanent partner.
Mm-hmm.
She always holds veto power
Mm-hmm.
over the lead for health, family, security, and making sure that we're in alignment on the same mission.
Uh-huh.
Okay, we're in the same core values for it. Um, and so she has that ability to do that at any time.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then but also there's some areas in life that I'm the lead on that she doesn't have the knowledge or the experience or is even in the place to be the co-pilot, to be my wingman.
Okay.
Like me working on this venture.
Yeah. Yeah. She's not an IT person.
She's not an IT person and stuff like that to understand what's going on. She can come to
Right.
my place. So that's where I came up with the role of the tactical wingman. This is a peer I have that's in that same space I am.
Uh-huh.
That Chris, if she has questions about what I'm doing
Uh-huh.
there,
Uh-huh.
what I'm doing with Inferno, what I'm doing with this venture, doing things in my business, I'll be telling her everything about what I'm doing there that I can
Right. That
to
she'll
her level.
understand. Yeah. Yeah.
But she may be suspicious of me
Okay.
because I may be giving a story and she's seeing it from a different perspective because
Okay.
she's a woman.
Yeah.
She has different values or a different way of seeing things.
Yep.
And so I would tell her who would be my technical wingman in that role that she can contact.
Uh-huh.
And I tell them ahead of time, hey, my marriage is my primary mission. My wife is my primary co-pilot.
Right.
But Neal, you're
Yeah.
on this mission for this project. And actually, I have a name for it already. I was thinking called a chorus, which is based on the
Okay.
word core.
Uh-huh.
And because really what we're building with it, I'm thinking it's like heart,
Mm-hmm.
that word heart. And we're kind of building a back end engine. It's going to be the heart
Uh-huh.
of these ministry leaders to use. And so I'm thinking about calling this organizational thing. It's got chorus. It's kind of like it's going to be a white label type product. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean by white label?
Yep. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So basically, we're selling B2B.
Uh-huh.
We're becoming a white label, but I'm not calling it chorus for that. So when I'm working with chorus, who's going to be? Here's my tactical wingman.
Yep.
I'll tell Neal, my wife is my spouse. She's my co-pilot.
Mm-hmm.
For this venture, you are my. So I'm asking you to be my um, technical wingman
Okay.
that Chris can contact. I mean, maybe an emergency event, like I suddenly become disabled and can't contact, and she'll contact you and tell her, "Hey, Tim's out."
Okay. Yeah.
And then you take care of whatever there, because whatever's going on with chorus or something like that. To manage those things, but also if Chris wants it, she's concerned Tim's spending too much time on this, or the money's not coming in, or whatever about it.
Okay.
And there's actually a whole I have in here a whole sense of way that conversation would go that she can, how she would talk to you, like what kind of things can she ask, because this veto she has she has, before she does that, there's a few things here that she can do come in and do it's not, oh yeah, she can do here a safety protocol and implement like 4 levels of things to do with me.
Mm-hmm.
So you can first start off level 1, a dark cockpit. Basically, Tim needs to cut off his work from Friday night to Monday morning.
Okay.
Things are not going well with us or something like that in our marriage. She thinks
Mm-hmm.
that this outside venture may be interfering with that.
Mm-hmm.
So she can consult with the different things I'm in, the tactical wingman,
Mm-hmm.
and get a reading, a pulse check about these things.
Mm-hmm.
And so after guidance from all them, she can say, go dark cockpit and tell you guys, hey, we're in level 1, dark cockpit mode. You
Mm-hmm.
guys will be informed. You know how to deal with it. You guys take care of that. A grounding. Hey, Tim's in the
There's
hospital,
yeah. Yeah. Kid in the
24
hospital.
hours. Don't contact him
Yeah. Okay.
or whatever
Yeah.
like that. Or just total hard halt,
Mm-hmm.
72 hours, or even go permanent. Um, so those are all things that she can implement
Okay.
and inform people, and it gives her a way to talk about that with the people. And these people that she consults, they're like in all different areas of my life. I would have that we agree on a tactical partner on about that. That's
Okay.
like, in our marriage, it may be a priest,
Yeah.
maybe a counselor,
Yeah.
Things like that. That she just, it's not just me, she has to convince and convey that I'm doing something. She'll consult with someone else who's on the outside. It's not that's invested in me, or even like believes in the marriage, is
Oh yeah.
invested in the marriage, in the relationship,
I'm
which I hope. I
invested
mean,
in
with
all
you, like,
marriages.
like I like my relationship with you is for you, but
Yeah.
I want to feel that I'm in the side of your guys' marriage.
Yeah. Yeah. It's no, I've gone through divorce and annulment. I'm for all marriages that I can help, I will help.
Yeah, yes. So you kind of maybe you really kind of maybe understand this, and I want to prevent the marriage.
Oh yeah, no.
To prevent divorce.
Yeah, yeah. Marriage is important.
And so,
It's a promise before God, and anything I can help that improves God's plan, I will do. You
yeah,
know?
but this is something that, like, I think
Yeah.
in professional organization, we kind of do a similar thing.
Yeah.
Everybody in the organization has a wingman. There's a
Mm-hmm.
lead. Something I'm making like Bren the lead,
Uh-huh.
and you would be his wingman.
Okay. Yeah. No, that'd be great. It'd be good to have another technical person to bounce stuff off of. And I know you're technical, but Brent is obviously more technical.
Yeah, I mean, he's a professor teaching this stuff, and he's implemented
Right.
it.
Yeah.
I showed him this, and and he says he's done similar things like this before.
Yep. Yep.
The
So
area where he hasn't, like there's like a few things, and he's doing total AI stuff
uh-huh.
as
Uh-huh.
much as possible, and he's yeah, and so he's yeah, but I showed him like this scripture stack canvas
Mm-hmm.
idea. That's something he says he hasn't done before.
Yeah.
And I don't know, have you done anything like that?
No, but I already have ideas about it.
Yeah. So yeah, so it's
Yeah.
something like
One of the things I want to do is, like, I know the Douay Rheims Bible is open source, so we can use that as a test bed and make our own little API to it, and then we can use whatever we learn from there for the other ones. Stuff like that.
oh yeah. uh, I'm ahead on you that.
Oh, okay.
I found out let's see. I found out every version of the Bible that's published,
Uh-huh.
all of them have a okay. So I have here a list of all different Bible versions
Uh-huh.
and their permissions.
Uh-huh.
All of them at least have uh, a use of 500 pieces of scripture
Okay.
that's public domain.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody can use that version for 500 words.
Okay.
Don't have to do any licensing or something like that. And as long as it's 500 verses, and that's what I get into. It's like whether it's sentences
Yep.
or words,
Mm-hmm.
but also they have a limit, like what percentage of what you're producing can be using that scripture.
Yeah.
So basically can prevent you from, hey, here's a chapter of the Bible and publish it on its own.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
got to make it, put your own thing on there.
Right. Right. Yeah. No, it's yeah, but Douay Rheims is fully public domain.
Yeah, I have here
So
the
that
King
would
James
be
version, Douay Rheims, and the World English versions are all unlimited.
yes, yeah. So we
Now,
can use that one as a base
well, actually, we
API.
have the Emmaus Journey
Mm-hmm.
has rights for the um, Emmaus Journey has rights for the uh, new
NIV.
what?
NIV, new or neighbor or
No, sorry. New Revised Standard Catholic Edition.
okay.
So they have full rights, and then there's also a revised. There's a revised standard version, or the revised standard version Catholic Edition,
Mm-hmm.
which they have full rights for, and that's what they're using Emmaus Journey now.
Uh-huh.
And there's also the New American Bible Edition.
Uh-huh.
I have on here whether it's Catholic or not. So they have full rights to use both of those.
Okay. But
And so,
that's tied to
we can
yeah,
actually start off with them.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, that would be the ones I would want to start off as. These are, well, they're tied to Emmaus though, right? So it's
So
as
yeah,
long as
so only
Emmaus is, we
Emmaus.
can throw those in there. Yes, yeah.
Yes, so we kind of like we're kind of covered by rights
Uh-huh.
using those whole Bibles under Emmaus Journey's copyright
Yeah,
licensing
yeah,
they have.
yeah, yeah.
And we can even like start with these other versions, but just limit it to make sure the output is limited to
Okay,
500.
okay.
So it's actually, I don't know if you've seen here, I put in there a little thing, a scripture stack, a monitor.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you can see that. I mean,
Mm.
but yeah, I have a little thing on the scripture stack, a little monitor. So if someone's using it,
Uh-huh.
like for instance, like I was thinking, like marketing, we may just go out there and just like for free, we give out a version, just allow someone just very limited create their own Bible study,
Mm-hmm.
and it works within these limits,
Okay.
the 500 word limit, something like that. And we give them a license to like publish. You can come in there and use all you want, but you can only like publish once a week.
Yeah.
And if you want to do more, let's talk about it. Basically say, hey, if you want to do more than free, like you want to be able to publish as many times as you want, sure, then you got to pay us $10 a month or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's something it's available to any end user to use.
Mm-hmm.
Man, they're not going to be our primary customers, but they'll just give people a way to just try it out themselves.
Okay.
Something like that. But it'll work with all these limits, this 500 word limit and things like that.
Yep.
And then, and for organizations that have all the permissions worked out, we could turn off all this. It may not matter, or who knows.
Yeah. It may be something where we have to go through their endpoint, or if they don't have one,
But
we have to figure out how.
but this is where the area is where I want to lock up an exclusive agreement
Mm-hmm.
with these guys, because right now they don't know who's doing all these under 500 word
Right. Right.
or a 500 sentence. They don't know their revenue, or they just like they have no tracking of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I could go to them
And find out. Yeah.
and find out and work up an exclusive agreement.
Mm-hmm.
And so I will be able to then say, hey, I want to be able to get exclusive rights to license this
Okay.
in this channel through us.
Mm-hmm.
And I will pay you,
Based on
based on this criteria.
Mm-hmm.
So now there's even like a way for them to get revenue
Right.
in a way that they haven't been. It's a new channel for them to get money off of their content.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And so I want to basically go to all of them and do that. And I'm pulling the data. Actually, I found out going through Bible Gateway,
Mm-hmm.
they have all the scriptures there.
Right. Yeah, I've seen people use that before.
Yeah, and so that's a good. I'm my project this week, because Emmaus Journey, they want me to by March 1st build this out,
Okay.
and so I'm going to actually build. I'm thinking about, and I agreed we're going to do. They're really worried doing it all in InDesign now. So I'm gonna so my project I'm going to work on is I want to build it, pull it all out, and get it all into XML
Okay.
as a starter base, because InDesign can import and export XML.
Okay.
And that's a tool I'm really familiar with.
All right.
And so I want to basically clean it all up so we get clean XML that has all the tagging for the headers and superscripts for basically every verse number is everything's tagged
Mm-hmm.
in the XML code.
Okay.
And I'm going to do that. And I'm going to basically have a chunk. I'm thinking about basically doing a chunk of code. There'll be like a chunk of code for each book of the Bible.
Okay.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah. A chunk of data.
A chunk of data.
Yeah. So marked up data is what you're working on.
Right. Yeah. I'll be able to, and I think then I'm going to import that. So I'm going to first get all the source data of the scripture and even take,
Huh.
does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I was just trying to think.
There's actually 3 sources of data that I'm going to do because I'm working on the May 2026 Emmaus Journal. So what they gave me was Rich has already done the Sunday readings for it for May and June.
Okay.
So I'm going to basically start with the first week in May, the first one, and see what all the scripture readings are and verses, and kind of like take those books first and clean those out. And then also tag Rich's, what he did in there, and basically do all the markup language on him.
Yep.
And then also the lectionary information as to what verse is in there.
Yeah.
Do the same thing for the dated lectionary stuff.
Okay.
I'll probably just first do the gospel readings. Well, I in the journal the days they actually list the all 3 readings for the weekly part of the journal.
Okay.
So anyway, so I'm going to do that and give priority to May of 2026 and get the lectionary information into XML, a markup language. And then I'm going to manually in InDesign kind of do the merge of it.
Okay.
But I'm thinking I'll have that there, but then you guys can use that as seed data to start building out milestone 1.
Okay.
Does that make sense to you?
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
It is funny because I just discovered I was looking at because what you pull out of the Bible Gateway is when you copy and paste it, it's all RTF.
Oh, really? Huh. Okay.
And so I looked inside the RTF and I saw that they all tagged it with Bible Gateway in there. Oh, inside I don't have it. I don't think do I have it here? But anyways, I saw that it's all that says the words Bible Gateway all encoded
Okay.
and commented. So I'm going to strip that out. So that we have it really clean stuff. And that's not violating anything is the way we're using it. But that's something too, like in our output, when we output the HTML or PDF, stuff like that, we'll also have to encode all the rights
Right.
in it so that someone can, if they look at the PDF or the HTML, they'll say, hey, this was done under this license and this permissions from this Bible person or this organization or things like that. Just to make sure it's all legal.
Right.
And right. And something, and I think you probably, I want to make it as being involved in graphic design and artists and things like that. I want to like really honor the copyrights the people own on things and respect all of those. And even give those people that are content owners I could go back to them and give them a model for making more money, monetizing their content more.
Mm-hmm.
Because like another way I thought about going about this is go to someone like Scott Hahn, and or even or you know, he has good content, and give him a way to create his own Bible studies.
Mm-hmm.
That he shares this way to enable people to use his Bible studies, his content, or even make it so that, hey, we'll go to you, you create some Bible studies, and then we can then offer you as being a guide to all the churches.
Mm-hmm.
So the churches can then say, hey, we want to do a Scott Hahn Bible study. Let's pay for that. You know, we'll pay Scott $10 a liter or something, whatever, too. And now it enables Scott to have access there. The churches easily access his content, but it'll be branded with that church
Mm-hmm.
type thing.
Okay.
And I mean, another level too is like, because you brought up about how terrible the Creighton model fertility app is.
Yeah. Well, I've only used the open one. I haven't used the other one. If the other one's bad too, but yeah.
Oh, but like, but I was thinking like,
yeah, we could make a much
the Creighton
nicer
model.
one.
That's like, we could use the same thing, but instead of being Bible data, it's all the charts.
Okay.
The observations. That's the data.
Yeah.
And we could do that all in XML or JSON or something like that.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And then basically be empowering people like Chris.
Yeah, I want to make something for Chris. That's the main
Right.
one.
I'm saying, but I could take, this base core model we have here, this engine we have,
Uh-huh.
I could totally see us. I could go to the Pope Paul VI Institute, Creighton, Dr. Hilgers.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a model that'll enable your practitioners like Chris.
Yeah. Okay.
And also, the end users, they also can make it so too. So like the end users, hey, you can start, here's an app for charting. You could basically do all your stuff. It's like $10 a month.
Mm-hmm.
But the gatekeeper for your access is your practitioner.
Yeah.
And so the practitioner, because she has protocols that she wants to follow, because as being a user like you are, you need to be doing check-ins every 6 months or a year or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
to be able for her to give you the charts and stuff like that. But here she can just do it electronically, have her list of all of her people that are under here, but there's just, she can cut off. If someone wants to stop using it,
Mm-hmm.
that's fine, or they aren't meeting the criteria that she sets. It gives her more involved in it and working with, and gives you a way to work with her and stuff like that. And she can create in this app, create sessions with you guys and follow up and things like that. And I think this could be like a real, it's a whole different market.
Yeah.
A whole different market space, because we can go to couple league and buildings method, and there's like half a dozen organizations that teach NFP,
Mm-hmm.
and we can go to them and help them out implement their strategy that they have for teaching NFP.
Yeah. Okay.
So as you can see, this could really blow up.
Yeah. 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 If yeah. Okay.
This basically goes to any organization in which they have frontline leaders that are teaching something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So this could work for a school.
Yeah. Yeah. This is a course builder, basically.
Yeah.
So. Okay. Yeah, I could see that. So. But first, I have to make the first version.
Yeah.
We need to.
So it's kind of like we're on hold. Not until it's on Monday.
Yep. No,
So
that's fine.
they're gonna cut. It's like when I was talking to them, he said, you know, I was a little worried about him. You know, I showed him this, and he said, "Are you familiar with Ascension Press?"
Yes.
He said, "Oh yeah, like yeah, Ascension has like millions of dollars. They could develop something like this."
Yeah.
You know, so in his mind, he thought, "Wow, this would cost millions of dollars." And in my came, you know, and I realized, oh, I came to him with like a $12,000 price tag. I didn't ask enough, but also, but he knows some donors, some people with
Okay.
money that he can now talk to.
Okay.
That would probably, I don't. It sounds like, and I was kind of suspicious that them getting $12,000 is like a no brainer for them. They got
Okay.
certain people that would just do that.
Yeah. Back when
So
I
we're
had
so
more money coming in, I would have done it. So,
what?
when I had more money coming in, when my previous job, I was making quite a bit more than I am now. It's like, yeah, donate to the church. I don't care. Yeah, it's like make the world a better place. Sure, but yeah, it's a little harder these days for me right now. But yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah,
And so
but
so anyways, that's
I appreciate it when people are generous. So
mhm. Yeah, there's some people like that, and they're because they like the mission, they like you or something like that.
right.
Whatever reason, and I'm giving them, you know, and so I want to, yeah, but yeah, here I'm teaching you about sales and marketing and how to deliver a message, and you know, I'm trying to deliver it just like talking with you and talking with Brent and stuff like that. I'm trying to deliver in a way that you don't want to say no. You can't say no. In fact, like right the day before, I talked to him, Mike Dill. Yeah, I've been talking with
Mhm.
him. He's like, Tim, I just want you to know. I mean, I've been kind of mysterious about this. He's, I want you to know to say no. We don't know what you are, but just be prepared for to know. And I was just like, you don't even know what I'm going to say yet. And but you know, that was kind of that's kind of funny, you know. And I sent him a text later said, so I don't think Mike Donovan, the president, said no. He said a big yes.
So all
So
right.
yeah, so right now we're just kind of like I'm going to talk. I'm going to share this with you. I'm going to share this with Brent.
Yep.
I'm going to set up time with Brent. Brent's even more restricted on time
Okay.
because he has this. He also has full time professorship, and then he has 6 daughters
Wow. Okay.
and stuff, and he's up in Washington State,
Yep.
and so. But I've been on some business ventures with him and stuff like that. But so when I get a chance to talk with him,
Okay.
I'm going to share this with him, and I'm going to just so he knows you and you guys can start, you know, building a relationship and
Okay. Yeah.
how this all going to work. And I want to just try and
All
be as transparent as I can.
right. Yeah. Feel free to share my number or my email, whichever.
Mm-hmm.
Phone's actually better for me these days at the moment. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So.
Yeah, I mean, even like you're talking about Python,
hmm
and then I talked to Brandon, he was talking about building everything on Python
Okay. Okay.
and
Yeah.
stuff. And that's something that, yeah, you guys can.
If whatever tech stack he wants to do.
Yeah. I mean, I'll trust you guys. If anything, I will
Okay.
help develop the requirements.
Yeah. It's yeah, you're the Steve Jobs to us, our Wozniaks.
Yeah. Brent has a lot of Steve Jobs in him too.
Yeah, okay.
So he's, yeah, so he's, yeah, I mean, and Steve Jobs was an engineer too. And he used
Yeah.
stuff.
No, he was more the visionary though. He really was.
Yeah. And Brent
Wozniak
has some
was the
visionary
technical
parts
guy.
to him too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm probably, but I keep on bringing up new ideas to him and he's in, yeah, he appreciates my ideas. My wife just groans at him. Um,
Well, let's
but anyways,
bring in money to take care of the kids. She
yeah,
should smile. Even when she grows, she should at least smile.
I'm trying to get her to the point. Yeah, that's like me putting in this family flight plan stuff.
Yep.
I'm going to introduce her to it to
Okay.
give her more security
Yeah.
and try and give her more transparency
Yeah.
and make it so that if something happens, try and live my life in a way that it's very easy for her to step in
Yep.
because even with our personal finances,
Uh-huh.
she has a degree in finance.
Okay.
So she was the bookkeeper accountant for our family
Okay.
until like 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay.
And she has developed systems and stuff like that that are very much based on, paper-based systems.
Yep. Which is still good if done right.
And that's good. Yeah. And I'm so she has a way of seeing things and where to go, how Dave Ramsey has the envelope system.
Uh-huh.
She's so much, which is basically like, places of your expenses.
Mm-hmm.
She likes to have income buckets
Okay.
that are tied to expense bucket.
Okay.
So for instance, one of those expense buckets is is a fund for our daughter's wedding, our unmarried daughter's weddings.
Okay.
So we have an amount that we gave to each of our daughters that got married.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to give our other daughters the same amount for their weddings.
Right.
And so she
Inflate.
wants to start seeding that
Okay.
from half of her income that she's making off of doing NFP.
Okay.
So so we agreed that she's going to every month we could see all the income and expenses. But I mean, she doesn't want to acknowledge the expenses that were related to her business. She just wants to do it as 50% of the income.
Oh, well.
Fine, I'm not going to fight her on that.
All right. You still want that in a chart. You want that circular chart. This is your 50% going to your daughter. Here's your expenses, and here's what you have left. But yeah.
Yeah, that's like a minor thing. I'm not going to really,
No. Yeah, no. There's.
So she's like once a month we have a savings account set up, designated being a wedding fund.
Uh-huh. Okay.
That she is seeding every month with something in it.
Okay.
But I manage everything in QuickBooks. She gets
Okay.
there and does things in QuickBooks. She knows all of our transactions going on.
Okay.
But then I get into more sophisticated things and stuff like that I just figured out is kind of like beyond. There's some things I want to do that are way beyond QuickBooks.
Okay. You mean you need the business books?
Well, no, I mean, basically in QuickBooks, we have all our business stuff now, but we have tons of like different kinds of investment funds, bank
Okay.
accounts. For our emergency fund, we have this, we have our,
Mm-hmm.
but we also have, so we just kind of have it sitting there as cash in a money market fund.
Okay.
But actually recently we got to move to a high value savings account. It has like 3 or 4% interest on it.
Okay.
But I want to, there's some other things I want to move into. Anyways.
All right.
Everything has a destination for it, but I want to do things beyond that, but take things to leverage our money even more.
Okay.
But it means there's not a one-to-one correlation between expense and an account.
Okay. And
Which
that's
is the way Chris
probably
has set it up now.
Yeah. Yeah. It's yeah. You're not
So I
doing
did find a
crypto
tool. I did find a business tool that'll let me do that.
Okay.
That will let me do all this business accounting stuff and it'll be and I could build it in a way so it'll be very easy for Chris to do all of our transactions and all these other things for it. Easy for her to do
Okay.
what she wants to do.
Okay.
So that's I'm going to propose to make it so that if I'm out of the picture, she could just step in to the dashboard for our financial systems.
Okay.
She always has access and admin control,
Okay.
but she can then step in and very easily do these things.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I better get back to work.
Okay.
My current job, since I don't have a new one yet.
Okay.
So,
Thanks.
but no,
So
no,
I'll notify you if any action happens.
Okay, yeah, but around March is what you're looking at. I'm gonna be, and if you want to have Brent connect with me before then, just like I said, give him my info.
Well,
And-
I have a deadline of this print version,
Okay.
but it's like March 1st.
Okay.
It needs to be an InDesign.
Okay. All
But
right.
I'm rebuilding it. I'm going to build it a different way. So
Well,
we'll be able to use that same data then for
okay.
this other project.
Okay. All right. All right.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay.
I'll be talking with you soon.
Okay. Bye.
Thanks so much, Tim.
You too.
God bless.